this virtual internship, and today we're speaking with Andie Hines. She is the founder and mindset coach of Tidewater Coaching. So tell me a little bit about your business.
Sure, thanks for having me here today. Tidewater Coaching is, as you said, it's a coaching practice that works on mindsets and really passion alignment for women entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs. So those are women who are an important part of a corporate team. Maybe they don't have any aspirations of leaving and starting their own business, but they need to be entrepreneurial in their role.
And they come to you for conversation and advice?
They do, yep. We help kind of realign them with what it is that brings them joy and purpose and how they can infuse that into the role that they are in or redirect and head down a different path. My purpose.
When you're speaking to young people and they see you or another successful woman, I've got to believe that their first thought is the line from high school to where they are today was a straight one. And so when you tell them that it is this way, jagged, curved, ups and downs, are they surprised?
They are, and I think the biggest thing that I say to them, that I see a look of simultaneously surprise and relief, is that, you know, I'll say, especially in a high school class, how many of you have picked your school and you know what you're going to do, you know your major, you know what you want to do for the rest of your life, and there's usually a couple people who are like, maybe, you know, and I'm like, you have no business knowing what you're going to do for the rest of your life when you're 16, 17 years old. If you do, great, more power to you, because, you know, like we were saying, for some people, that's how it comes together for them. What I firmly believe is that you should just pick the thing that you love the most. So the last group of girls that I was coaching that are in high school, one of the girls was like, the thing I love the most is to run. And I'm like, then figure out how to find a job where you can run, or you're coaching people who are running, or you're designing running shoes.
So tell us about your path to be a mindset coach. What led up to this?
Yeah, so like I said, I went to school here in town. I went to the University of St. Francis. My degree is in painting. I graduated with high honors, so did really well. And but I think I knew all along I was never going to have a career as a painter. And so sure enough, as a senior, I got a job doing marketing for a company here in town. And because I had a job doing marketing, I got another job doing marketing and another job doing marketing.
You're on your way.
Pretty soon, yeah, that was my entire career, and including owning my own marketing firm for a number of years.
And did you like it?
I did. It was very fun. I was very good at it. It came naturally to me, but at the end of the day, it wasn't what I was passionate about. I didn't feel like I was impacting people's lives and helping them on a soul level, which is very important to me.
What previous experiences were beneficial to you?
The previous experiences that were beneficial as far as Tidewater, really it was that it was coaching probably literally hundreds of our members over the years, and growing in that leadership role as far as entrepreneur support in our community. You know, I'm very involved in all the different organizations.
So if someone is thinking of doing what you're doing, what level of education and experience might be required to run this type of business?
A business degree would certainly be helpful, as well as there are several certifications for coaches. And so it just kind of depends on which path you want to take at that point.
Okay. Let's talk about money.
Okay.
What can someone expect to earn in this line of business in year one?
Year one of pretty much any business, I think you can expect to not be extremely profitable. I think that comes as you grow and grow your client base.
You just got to put in the time.
Yeah, exactly. You have to build your community recognition, if you will, whoever your community of clients is going to be. So.
Right. So after 5 years, Where do you hope to be?
So the 5-year question is really interesting. Having owned my own marketing firm, I can tell you there's something magical that happens after 5 years, and I don't know what it is. It's like a cosmic switch is flipped, and suddenly, so if you say 5 years, year 5 might still be a little iffy, not exactly where you would love to be. Something magical happens after that. So another thing I coach on is like, just keep going, because it'll turn. I mean, are you looking for actual like dollars and cents? I would love to be in the 100,000 range by then.
Is there any way to conduct training for a coaching type position, or is this something that happens organically?
I think it absolutely takes a unique personality type to be a coach. I went through a little bit of self-discovery process throughout my training as well, and that's just things like taking a strengths finder assessment and things like that. That was like, yes, I have the right personality for this. I think it takes a certain amount of empathy and intuition and connectivity, and if you are, I'm overgeneralizing, but let's say more of an engineer brain type person, it might not be the right fit for you. But then, yeah, as far as training, like I said, there are lots of certifications for different.
That's a great tip. You really have to know yourself before you can begin to advise others.
Oh, yes, yeah.
What are the duties and responsibilities of this job in this company?
Yeah, well, because I just launched in August, right now, the duties and responsibilities are all of the things. So not only am I coaching my clients, but I'm also managing all of the marketing, and I'm also managing the books and the finances of the business. So it's all of the hats. I'm the CEO and the CMO and the CTO, and
and you're excited about it, though.
Yeah, I love it. And my marketing background definitely helps.
Yeah. So let's talk about that typical work day, work week right now. You've just gotten your business off the ground. How much time are you spending with clients, and how much time are you tending to the aspects of the business operation?
Yeah, right now it's a little flipped from where I see it in the future as far as my daily routine, if you will, as it pertains to the business. So right now I spend the majority of my time working on building my contacts and doing marketing for the business, and at the beginning there was a lot of time setting up the legal entity and the bank account and the all of those sorts of things as well. So right now, less time on coaching and more time on logistics, but I know eventually that'll flip.
In your opinion, what is the most important aspect in owning your own business?
A lot of people think, first of all, I want to dispel a myth that if you own your own business, you can work whenever you want and take off time whenever you want, because the fact of the matter is, when you own your own business, you work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you're on vacation. But I think the thing of it is that you get to do exactly the thing that you love and you care about, and it's yours. You're not making money for someone else. You're not bound to certain projects or certain clients. It's truly what you are meant to do.
So that's the trade-off. It consumes you, but you love what you are doing.
Yes.
So what is the greatest challenge then in owning your own business? Is it finding balance, or is it something else?
Yes, balance is definitely a challenge. And one thing I coach on is actually that I don't believe in balance. I believe in blending. But I think the biggest challenge really is just, as a business owner, and especially when you're starting out, for instance, and you are wearing all of those hats, my strong suit really is not the financials and the bookkeeping and all of that thing. So it really stretches me and pushes me to learn and understand that stuff that's not in my wheelhouse. And so I think that's one of the biggest challenges to starting your business, is you're probably not an expert in everything.
How often and how do you evaluate performance? Is that possible?
That's a good question, since I just started in August. Right now I have like 3-month goals, 6-month goal, 1 year, and then 2-year, 3-year kind of benchmarks, but I'm not even to the 3-month mark yet. So right now it feels like it's going pretty well, but it's just a lot of getting the word out and making contacts.
So what will success look like to you after 6 months, after 12 months?
After 6 months, I would love to have at least 2 consistent clients per month. So again, one of the things I coach on is keeping the goals realistic. If you tell yourself, I'm going to have 100 clients in 6 months, and then you don't, you're setting yourself up for failure, frankly, and disappointment if you don't hit that mark. On the flip side, if you're at 4 clients by then, awesome, then you overshot your goal. Another component to the business is I'm actually going to be launching an app that is kind of in the telehealth space that will pull together a network of coaches from across the country. They'll actually be trained. Like I said, there are all kinds of coaching certifications. I'm actually coming up with a Tidewater certification for coaches. And then clients can download the app and connect with coaches anywhere in the country. So I'm hoping within 6 months to at least be on track to get that started.
Are there opportunities for advancement? I mean, you just talked about creating an app, but are there other ways to grow the business?
There are. Aside from the app, I could absolutely grow the business by opening a practice here and just hiring more coaches within, a brick and mortar. I mean, in these days, especially with COVID, we wouldn't even have to have a brick and mortar. We could do virtual offices from anywhere, certainly.
Is there a typical career path in the role that you've found?
So coaching is actually a fairly new industry, if you will, within the last 10 years. So I don't know that there is necessarily a career path that is, like if you're an accountant, you take steps X, Y, and Z, and then you're an accountant. It's not quite the same with coaching. Like I said, I've done a lot of self-training, I've been through some certifications. There really isn't a direct path, and there are different types of coaches. Yeah. So.
Are there professional organizations, continuing education, advanced degrees, certifications that would be helpful in this line of work?
Yes, again, with an internet search, you can find lots of different certifications. I'm actually taking a personal inventory certification right now, as well as an emotional intelligence certification, just because those are things that will help me with where I am right now. So that's kind of the nice thing about it. It's almost like a la carte. You can piece together the trainings that will help you specifically with what you're trying to accomplish.
So we're going to be sharing these videos with high school and middle school students. What advice would you give them about perhaps considering this as a line of work?
Okay, thank you for clarifying, because I thought we were just giving them like general advice. Right. I would like to give one piece of general advice as a mom of a high school aged daughter, is to just be yourself and embrace who you are, and don't worry about all the drama and the bad mouthing and just the things that you see go on at school, because after school, after high school, you truly get to be who you are, and the world will embrace you for that no matter what it is. And so just don't let that stuff weigh you down in the meantime.
Final advice, final thoughts.
As far as career path, I think my final piece of advice, again, really spend some time in your own heart thinking about what it is that you love. What do you love to do? What brings you joy and passion and purpose? And maybe you feel like you're headed to school to be an accountant, but what you really love to do is bake. And when you get out of school and into the career that you have chosen, and you don't love it on some level, you're just doing it for the money, or you're doing it because that's what you think you should do, or somebody told you to do, or whatever. If you don't love it, it's going to chew you up and spit you out, and you have to pick something that you love so that you can keep going. And honestly, I feel like that love is, that's God putting that purpose on your heart. And if you don't share that with the world, you're putting your light under a bushel, right? You're not sharing that gift that God has given you with the world. Do that thing.